How's it going, everybody? Today we are going to be hopping in to bazou. And if you just give me one moment, we'll get it all set up here and we will start the episode. Alright, we are finally loaded into Steam after about 15 minutes of waiting or so. So as you look right here where my mouse pointer is, so my playtime for this game is 2,725 hours, .1. That's how many hours I've put into this game. A couple days ago we got a quick fix 3 for the 1.0 version of the game. The major update that came out is a new boat, fishing, achievements, a camper shell, and more. And we're gonna go ahead and hop right into it. And we'll minimize this, and then we shall wait for that to pop up. And as you can see, there's the other things. I do have the My Summer Car editor for the My Summer Car, and then these are just some of the mesh saves to where my car isn't absolutely destroyed, so I have to like on that mesh save and put it in, and then I can play and my car's not destroyed. For some reason, I don't know why, but every time I load in, my car is absolutely just destroyed if I just load up My Summer Car. So before I start my save every single time now, and it doesn't matter, I have actually went into it with the new mesh save, drove it around a little bit, parked it, saved the game, go back in, and my car's destroyed again. So I just stopped playing that game altogether. I'd have to completely restart if I start a series on that, which wouldn't be a bad idea anyways. And then it'll kind of show you guys the painstaking grind of the game. It is pretty painful, but honestly there's not a ton to do in the game. That's probably also why not a lot of people play it, because pretty much once you have enough food in your fridge, you pay your bills, you get the car running and driving, get your girlfriend, do some races, stuff like that, and once you're finished with that and you have everything, the game's over. It's just, there's no mission based playthrough with it. But as you can see, this is the painful process every time I start playing the game, and it still isn't even loaded in fully yet. You'll know when it's loaded in when you see bolts dropping on the hood here. Still not going yet. If you look down here in the bottom left, the bazou version 1.06 is the current version I am playing, and now you see it's loaded in now. So now I can hit continue. I am still playing off of my old save, so I don't know if you guys followed my channel in the beginning of it. I played a lot of bazou to start with. I'm playing with my controller when I'm driving the car, and then after the initial update hit for the new boat, the camper shell, and all that stuff, what was I gonna say? Oh, there was a bug when they did the update. So when you went into third person while having a controller, every time you'd hit the gas, so every time you'd hit R2 on the controller, so as you probably see, so every time you hit the R2 on the controller, it would zoom in to the car, and then anytime you would hit shift up, which would be the R1 here, it would zoom out. So I would have to hit the throttle and then shift a bunch just to pull it back far enough to where I can drive. So it was a absolute disaster. Um, that first quick fix that they did for the updates, after that, I think it was even the same day, they fixed that. So now you can drive without zooming in on the controller. And then after they fixed that, the next quick fix after that, they fixed another issue that kind of falls into the same deal. So when you're in third person with the controller, but you use your mouse wheel to scroll out in order to zoom out, initially, before that last quick fix, it would allow you to scroll in and out with the wheel, but it would zoom back in hitting the R2. And then when they fixed that, you could no longer use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. So that was an issue. And then they did another quick fix, so that quick fix 3 now, I believe they fixed that as another like small thing that they added to the quick fix. I haven't played since that third quick fix, so I'm hoping that that changed, because it would be a pretty close-up zoom from outside of the truck, and I want it a little bit further so I can see what's going on with my trailer and everything else, but it wouldn't allow it, so I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, we're still loading in. It's still very painful. Oh, another update. As part of, I think, the quick fix 1, maybe 2, not 100% sure. You'll have to go into the quick fix change logs. One of the things that they changed, so before it would allow you to stack. Well, originally it wouldn't stack. So every time you did a branch clipping for a little sprout clipping from the maple trees to plant more maples, they originally didn't stack. So every time you cut one, it would be right there on the ground as you go through your forest and get clippings. They did an update before the 1.0 update that allowed it to stack. So every time you did a clipping, it would literally fall right there in front of you, and you do another clipping, your previous clipping would disappear, bunch up with your new clipping that you just made, and then it would stack the number. I think about two days ago, yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I don't know. My days kind of flow together now. Now that I'm not currently working at the moment. Got a lot more time to do this now. So they changed a few things. So now it stacks, and then they just did it in the change logs. They did it to where it makes a circle around the clipping of where you can plant it, so it can show you how far away you can plant trees. There is a little bit of a glitch with that, because so you would think as long as the next tree is out, within that circle is where you can lay it, you can actually like overlap the ring to where the plant is. So say the plant's right here, and you would think the ring would go to right here, and then it'd be like can't plant. But no, you can go a good amount into the circle with the previous spout, little sapling, and it will allow you to plant it. So that is one thing that needs to get adjusted, is the ring size. So like say the ring size is this big, it needs to be like this big. Need a little bit smaller, because then it would actually like line up to where, oh, you can plant here, or no, you can't plant here. So like once it goes past that line, then it's like, nope, sorry, can't do it. Unfortunately, you can overlap that little bit and it'll still work. You can still plant. Now, I want to keep you guys in mind. It's taking this long because of what I have done. And I will show you that pretty momentarily once it loads in the scene. And I strongly want to remind everybody, this is my 3 to 5 FPS from my painful planting episode, but it has been completely steroided. And if you go back to that video, you'll see it's one of my most viewed videos, just because people are like, what do you mean painful planting? Oh yes, 3 FPS and trying to make plants grow? Yeah, that's painful. That's very painful. Now, I have planted about 1,500 to probably 1,700 trees, and currently I have about 800 trees hooked up. Now, I want you to keep that in mind, and I'm going to show you what I'm working on currently. Now, as you notice, it's still loading in the garden and trees. Still. And it's going to do that. Why does everything fly out when I go 100 kilometers off-road? If only the pickup had straps. Oh yeah, no, I wish the pickup had straps. What you mean? And if you're going to put a tip like that in the game, allow us to have straps. Holy crap, we finally got to the miscellaneous stuff. And we just wait. It's such a long wait. Oh, here we go. Finally. Well, we're in. Now, this is what I want to show you. Now, I'm currently getting 6 frames, which for me, this is about average. This is good frames. I got my potatoes. My potatoes are good. And then my trees. Okay. Now, it starts from here. My trees start here. Okay? In this little area. Now, we're going to run through the forest just because we can. And it's so glitchy. This is me full sprint. It's so many trees. Still going. Still going. Still going. Okay, so this is the road that we come up from the side here. I did already get the other side road paved right here. This goes to the sugar shack. Look how crappy that road is. It's terrible. I am thinking about taking this tree out. I have gotten hung up on it a few times already, so I might just bypass that one. And then there's another tree. I want to say it's this tree, but it could be this tree. Yeah, it's this tree. This tree pokes out at me a lot. And honestly, it doesn't even have any spouts, any sap. You know, it doesn't have anything. Wow, that glitch. What the hell happened here? Okay, so, well, this was not supposed to happen. And where's my trailer? My trailer's gone. Honestly, it probably freaked out. Let me, I do have the cheats activated on this save, so, you know, you'll see that in a moment here, because I'm pausing. So we're going to change the gravity. We're going to go 0 gravity. Just see if we can see the trailer. We're going to go about right there. We are going to change from 0 gravity to moon gravity. Just to slow us down a little bit. Go back to 0 gravity. Now let's see if we can see it. So these are also all my trees as well. So you see everything growing. All the little blue lines you see on there, that's everything that's hooked up, and everything around my sugar shack is also hooked up, and then everything on the back side of the road there, and there's my my trailer in the middle of the road down there. That freaked out a long ways. But yeah, as you can see, I got a crap ton of trees over here growing. Let me just get over here a little bit, and I'll lower myself down. Let's go Earth gravity. We're gonna fall down back to hell over here. Yeah, so my trailer yeeted. That's great. So we're not even gonna bother trying to save that. So what we're going to do is we are gonna load our 2 vehicles back in, and it looks like everything just evaporated. Honestly, it was probably all these spouts that destroyed it. Because they like to freak out if they're stacked up and you have too many stacked. Especially like that. So we are going to flip the old truck back over. Okay, old truck's good to go. And it's also full of syrup. That's great. So yeah, so this is the camper shell. My suggestion, if you're gonna put both this and the camper top on, do the camper top first. That way you can get to the bolts in the back over here. They're deep in there. So trying to get that with this in there is really hard. So my suggestion, because the 2 bolts are there and there on the sides, do this last. Put the camper topper on first, put the bolts in. It's 4 bolts, goes along the edge. It's 1 there, 1 on this side, 1 back there, and then 1 back over here. And then once you got the 4 bolts in, you put this in. The top there goes right through the top of the camper, and then it hooks right up to your hose. So that works out great. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to place ourselves. Let's move this out of the way a little bit. I don't want to run it over. Come on. There we go. Now, I'm not going to use the controller for this part, just to... That should be close enough. We'll hop back out. And then we will align ourselves to be about... Actually, we need to go from the other side. Let's go from about right here. Face that way. Teleport vehicle. We'll scroll down to the syrup tank trailer. Calm down. Alright. She's landed. Like I said, these things, especially like freshly loading in from like a save, you want to make sure all this shit is out of the way, because you load in with this stuff underneath the trailer tires, it freaks out. So just keep that in mind. Now we get back to trees. I did have this whole section area hooked up. All this is hooked up on the right side. And I just planted all these trees. And we'll go back to moon gravity. Just so I can jump and kind of show you the whole aspect of everything. So I got all these planted. Come around the corner here. I got these all planted. And then if we go over here, I got from down here and all this planted, this whole area. And then I also went through over here and filled in this little area. Not that many trees over here, you know, it's pretty nice. And then a couple days ago, I planted all of these trees over here. As you can see, this is like where it ends right here. And it's like a whole new line of tubing going down from like right there. So I basically hooked up, I changed it from, I want to say like right here, like these first couple trees right here, and then I had to reset up the spout to connect this side to this post so it can go in there, and then it goes from this, excuse me, goes over here, gets these trees, and then it works its way all the way down this line. Goes down here, cuts over here, loops back around. Yep, so all these trees are all brand new right here and are all hooked up. I just went down the line, hooking up tubes, hooking up spouts, making sure everything was laid in a line. And I hooked it up over here. I did my final swoop back going that way, connecting all those trees. So all those are hooked up, and then I still have a crap ton of trees that aren't even spouted yet. So I'll keep that in mind. They don't have spouts, they don't have rolls. And this isn't even all of my rolls. That's how many it's 10 for each roll. So I don't know if you want to pause it, you can check out, count, whatever. But again, that's not even all of them. I have more in here. It's like this one fell out. We'll just put that back in here. So I got more in here. And then actually it might be easier. Let's do, actually I should be able to do it with moon gravity. Let's get back out of here. Let's jump up on this piece of the ground and then go boop. There we go. So we'll get on the roof. You can actually see inside in there. And we'll get on top of this. And we'll... Okay, so you can't even jump high enough even on this to even see over the trees. That's wild. Trees are just so tall in this game. Alright, we'll go back to Earth gravity, and that'll sink everything back down to the ground. And then we'll start this up. Alright, we started. We will shut the door, change cameras, shift up. Oh no, we're actually going to shift down. Oh yeah, okay, they did fix it. Good. So before I couldn't zoom out or in with the mouse scroll wheel. And they also changed the player's land. So before we couldn't really get close to the edge here by digging. Now is another thing they changed. They allow you to dig there. I haven't tested how far out, like if we can plant over here against the side of this road, or if it's considered not part of our property anymore. I have no idea. I'm assuming not, because of these trees over here are regular trees. Now let's reverse so we can get back into the view. Yeah, so you see how we got the, good trees right here. I'm gonna say it's safe to assume past that rock crevice there is basically a no plant zone, I'm guessing. Basically that line following down. Oh, and then another thing, I might as well just drive down here and show y'all. Go do a little off-roading here. So as you can see, I got the boat already. Just me personally, I wanted to have it. As soon as the update came out, I immediately started playing, and I was like, oh yes, get some. So in order to get the big boat, you have to catch 3 separate types of fish, different amounts. I think it's like 15, 10, and 5. The fish, or the fish buckets, I should say. You get them at the Cali Gas along with your fishing pole. I basically did already get pre-prepped and set up for a massive fishing run. We're gonna go way out there in the water. Let's get up over here, over the top here, and we can get about right there. This is about as far forward as we can in the boat. Be like the Titanic scene, like, oh, no. Yeah, as you can see over there, look at all those trees. Just so many trees. I do plan on hooking up every tree that I have, so keep that in mind. What the hell was? Oh, it's the turbines barely into view. But yeah, so I got the big boat. The boat's kind of cool. It's alright. You can sit on this seat or this seat, and you can sit on this seat, which is obviously the driver's seat. Anchor up and down. It's your fuel gauge, miles per hour, RPM, and then there's your ignition switch, your shifter, so on and so forth. And let's see, I bought a big weed pack, I bought maple syrup, I brought coffee, I got poutine, got my fish buckets. If I need to rest, you can sleep right here. Can't even sit in this spot. Isn't that wild? Can't even sit here. Like, why not? You just turn left and cast her out. But, it's whatever. I think what the main thing they wanted you to do is you're basically going to sit here and you'll cast off from over here, or you'll cast off the back of the boat. I think that's what they intended. All these little spots along the side, you would expect you can put your fishing pole in there. Not a thing. Absolutely not a thing. And I can't even tell you how salty I was when I found that out. And then of course we got our little boat. If we wanted to use this one instead, we could always use that. I do wish we could use the crinker, this guy, the hoist. Yeah, the hoist puller. I wish we could attach it to, say, the front of the boat here, and attach it to the rear of the boat, like here somewhere. And I also wish this opened as well, because these are an actual thing on a boat. So typically this little guy opens and it allows you to like sit off to the side, you can chum off of it, so on and so forth, get back into the boat from being in the water. Like that's the point of it. And then again, these holes, I wish they were actually functionable. Like you can grab your fishing pole, and just by grabbing it, I mean like, not like this, not in your hand, but like this, just holding it, come up to one of these holes and then highlight it, and then hit left click or something, and then it unfolds like this, in this, and then you just hit E or hold E, and then it casts it. And then you should be able to get 6 fishing poles and catch mass fish. But unfortunately, the way fishing works in this game, and I'll just show you real quick. Just jump to the front of the boat here, and we'll cast out. So you hold down left click, that creates power, and then it casts out. So you cast out, you wait for your pole to jerk, and then you left click and pull it in. So right about now. Yep. So I got trash. I got a can. Stupid. We'll cast out again. You just wait a few seconds. And there we go. We got a brown bullhead. Not even a record. And then we put it in a bucket. And we can see it in the bucket. There's 2 fish. But, like I said, we should be able to put it in the holders. Because what's the point of having a boat even have it as an option, you know? Like, it's clearly set. Even if you look at the shapes from underneath. Like, that's clearly for a fishing pole. But you can't put a pole in. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to have it, let it be usable. Like, what's the point? What's the point of having it if you can't use it, right? Alright. Now. Oh, it was already running. Oops. We will turn off this. Go back in third person. We'll shift up and drive away. Yeah, when I seen the update saying that they paved it to the Sugar Shack, I was really excited because I thought it was this road. Like, I thought they were paving this all the way down. And that other little side road that goes back out to the street, that's what I thought was going to get paved. But when I seen that it went through a bunch of my trees, and when I say it went through a bunch of my trees, I had trees all through all of this, from basically right here, literally right here, I had trees, just as crowded as all the other trees around me, all the way through all of this, around this corner, all the way to about right here. Maybe a little notch back. A little more of that. About right here. I had trees that basically just went straight across. And then that tree right there was that final hookup tree that connected to that post. And, yeah. When the road got paved in, it basically paved it through the trees all the way down here. And I'm like, well, that's cool and all, you know. We have a little drive-through area that we could, you know, pull up from over there and load up maple syrup here and then drive down there back to the road and gone, you know. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. But again, I was not expecting them to put the road right there. And if anything, allow us to pave this whole thing, all of it. Like, oh, wrong way. Like, I want this whole square area paved. I want next to the Sugar Shack right there paved. I want this whole section paved where I'm driving on right now. And I found out that's kind of an issue. But that's my issue. I kind of planted a little too close to the road around that corner, which is fine. I'm leaving this area right here because I don't want to have to fight navigating through. Oh, that was unfortunate. Can we get it back up? No. But yeah, I do plan on cutting more trees, getting more little saplings, and then continuing the rows to my left there and all of those will also be hooked up to the Sugar Shack. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't even show you guys. Just to show you, I'm not kidding. Okay, it's a little wild coming through here. Especially when the camera's not quite right. There we go. I can see. Oh, I made the corner. Wow. It's kind of hard to drive through here with the keyboard. I have to, I gotta grab my other controller. Because, this controller that I showed you guys, it makes my character run in one direction. So, like, I get out of my car and all of a sudden it's just like... I'm getting a call and I'm not gonna answer it because I'm not gonna end this freaking video yet. So they're just gonna have to call me back. But anyways, if you guys take a look at the amount I have hooked up, vacuum pump maple water is at 69,160 liters out of 69,200, so I'm almost maxed out on my maple water. I have 803 maple trees connected. Keep that in mind. 803 connected. By the time I finished cutting my little saplings to grow these ones in the center area over here and for this area over here, I cut about roughly 400. So for what's growing currently is 400 more trees, maybe a little bit more. So just that alone, we're looking at 1,200 trees. And keep in mind, like I said before, I don't have all of my trees connected. All these trees right here, not connected. None of these trees right here are connected at all. It's just a forest. Just created a forest, that's all. But all this is not connected. Like, those ones along the edge are connected. But that's it. It's the only thing I connected over here. Everything else, I basically grew in. And just haven't connected yet. And there's hundreds. There are hundreds and hundreds of trees that are not connected. Everything over here, fortunately, is connected. Everything from this road to my left is connected, except for, I think, from like right here somewhere. Yeah, basically right here, going down to about, I want to say somewhere over here. Yeah, so you can see where it's connected over there. So all from like these trees right here and over this way to over here is not connected. So I want you to keep that in mind. And these trees right here aren't connected. None of these trees are connected. Along this whole little area here, nothing over here is connected in this whole area. There's probably about 100 and so trees, maybe more, just in this area here. I do still have to fill in this area full of trees. Nice little bare area for no reason. But it will be filled in just like this area. And then if we go to grab the cutters, which I believe I put inside here. Yep, there they are. So, wait, why did these freak out? What? What happened? Well, anyways, so all these barrels are ready. So that's, I want to say like 21. It was stacked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 wide, 4 high. These ones are still going. 63%, 83, 58, 40. So once those are done, I'll collect all these maple containers, all these maple wines. I'll throw them in the back here with this full thing of maple and this whole thing of maple. Once this is done, this is gonna take a long time. 16%, yeah, that's gonna be forever. But I got plenty of maple syrup to go. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was going to pick up the cutters to show you. This is one of the other things that got put in the update. So like, I'll run up to this tree, I'll collect this clipping. So you see it sit right there. Now I'll go over here and do this one. Now you see that one right there? That one disappeared. That one's not there. But if you look at this, it has stacked. Come on. 3. So there's 3 there. Then we look at it again. That one disappeared. And now it's 5. So when you cut trees, you pick it up. And you see how there's this ring around it? When it's yellowish white like that, it's telling you you can't plant there. See? That's not grass, dumb. So if we come over here, I don't know what happened there, or what was going on with that, but that was weird. So we'll come over here, since we have the space over here to grow trees. Yes, I know I only have 5. It's fine. I just more or less wanted to show you what the deal was. So remember when I said earlier, like so right there we can't, but right there we can. But it's obviously inside of that circle. So that's something that needs to get fixed, because it's not accurate. It makes it seem like it's accurate because the lines kind of go through the tree and then stop. So it'd be like right here, right there. Yeah, it planted. You see how that's like inside of the circle? Like, so we'll put that one there. Put this one there. But yeah, like they're still really close to each other. And I feel like it would still be overlapping into, you know, whatever. But yeah, so I wish there was, you know, a way I can see how many actual trees I have planted and that are currently growing, and wish they had stats for stuff like that. I need to tend to my stats real quick. And of course, you know, I got my potatoes planting here, and we go in the house. Got all kinds of stuff in here. I got the golden engine. I got all this stuff. Some of this stuff I gotta throw both of these in the oh well, that's my demolition derby trophy. All my trophies are gonna go up onto this. And then yeah, I've been playing it for 3 years now, I guess. I've been basically playing this since it came out. We got my coffee, which it's starting to get late, so I'm not gonna drink the coffee. But I will eat a poutine. And I just added back. There we go. There we go. I throw that in there. I'll close that back up, and we'll, before I go to bed here. I'll open this. I'll go in here. We'll open this up. And we'll go down here. And then we have my massive pot farm. And when I say massive, it's massive. And then I have 2 rows of coffee beans over here. Going from, you know, left to right here. Just 2 rows. Boom, boom. First row, second row. But yeah, all this is all ready to harvest, and it goes all the way back to about right here. I would add more, but as you can see with the lag, it is already absolutely horrendous. The more planters you have, the more the lag is. But that should give you an idea of what the plant number is. Now this is, I've been having graphical glitches, I think pretty much from the start. Like it's always, so like you get too far away from like your planters being down here, you know, and then boop, they start coming into picture, you know. So I've had that issue. I'll show you all the issues I've been having with this game. Okay, I was like stuck there for a second. So if we go up here, actually, we're gonna go the easy way of doing it. I was just gonna drive all the way there, but I just realized I'm already been recording for 45 minutes, so I am going to just teleport there. Actually, it's closed, so I wouldn't even be able to show you. So what we're gonna do is we are just going to cheat time a little bit, just to kind of skip through. Man, it's not happy about skipping time, is it? Jesus. How fast it should have been, that last one. That's how quick it should be. Yeah, just like that. Do the needs so I don't die while doing this. 5, 6, 7. I made 53,000. Nice. So 742 will advance 1 whole day, which automatically does your needs. Now I'll show you. Before it was just the prints, and it's actually been happening since the prints came out. So if you look back on the updates of when the prints became a thing, I've been having this problem since then. So I want you guys to keep that in mind. This takes forever because I advanced the whole day. Should be about 7 o'clock, 7:40ish, somewhere like that, by the time he comes back on a Monday. And then we're gonna go to, I'll advance 1 more hour, of course, because I want it to be already open when I get there. And then I'll show you it, and it's gotten even worse. The more and more updates that have came out, it's gotten worse and worse and worse. And I'm not saying worse as in the game itself has gotten worse, and that's not a great game, because by all means, I love this game. This game is fun as hell. All kinds of just, I wish it kind of had a little bit of like My Garage kind of play of it, but you know what, I'm not mad at all. I don't know why I went to Cali Gas. I don't have that problem here. But yeah, so if you go to Cali Gas from the new update, the fishing bucket and fishing rod are right here. They're about $100. Nothing else new inside Cali Gas, so no point in being here. But what we will do is we will go to Rogers. Now this is where I've been having the problems. Now it doesn't do it for everything. You know, only certain things. So like no problems. I can be close. I can be far. No problems. I can be close. I can be far. No problems. I can see everything. Everything's good. And then this is where shit hits the fan. You ready? So you can see everything. Now I'm going to go to the right and poof. Gone. Door panels. Even those change. It like guts the innards. Same thing for over here. So if you look right here, like you see all the stuff and like the grill piece and all that. Like when I zoom, it's fine. I unzoom, gone. Engines, just the valve covers and the engine fans. And even that's only just for the OEM and the performance. So that's a problem. And like the objects are still there because I'm running into them, and I can buy them still. And of course, get far enough over, and it's like, oop, yep, freak out. And same thing over here. I get too close to this, gone. And look at the door panels. Like they're there. Like you can see the door handles. The actual door panels are gone. You look at the fenders. Fenders there. Fenders gone. Only a marker light right there. Fender's gone. And same thing with everything else in the store, honestly. If you look at all the tires are gone. Everything for the spoilers over there, gone. Now they're back. Before, it used to only be a problem when I approached the Prince stuff. So when the Prince first came out, this is the problem I had. So I'd be like, oh, this is cool. And all of a sudden, boop. Oh, wait, what? Just the glass and the turbo blow off. And then the fog lights, fender, trim, the seat covering pieces. Even the doors, hoods, windows, door panels, look at that, it's just completely gutted. And even the lift and everything else behind me is gone. And I walk forward, boom, it's all back. Like I can select it from here. Like if I just go to right here, like I pick up the bumper, I check that out, I can pick the turbo. So it doesn't affect necessarily to the point where you can't even play, because you can still pick everything up. Everything's still right there. You can even click on the far back ones. And then you just gotta, move over for that. So it's not really like it's not playable. It's more of like, hold on, what's this for? That's mobile home. This one's for the racetrack. Yeah, Speedway. I wish we could pick up these toolboxes. That would be freaking awesome. Wouldn't mind that. But yeah. So once the Prince came out, like I can go up to anything I want, as close as I want to anything, until I get to the very sides of each side of the building, and then it just poof, gone. It's the weirdest thing ever, but it only happens here, only on the left and right side of the store. So I don't know if that is some sort of glitch, maybe like Santa Goat's got to fix some stuff or what, I don't know. But you guys have any comments or suggestions or anything else? Oh, before I go, so over here, you go far over there, you see okay, you see the cabin over there? So if you go over here to this island right here, there is a lighthouse, as you can see way over there. I suggest you check it out. I'm not going to tell you what's over there. You're just going to have to figure that out for your own, because I'm only going to be recording for a few more minutes, so I will not be here to tell you, and I'm not going to tell you now. There's no point. I want you guys to play the game. Santa Goat worked really hard on this. and it's only fair that you check it out for yourself. Now, another thing that they added was, if you go to the dock, there is a gas pump for your boats. Pretty nice. Of course, you know, there's regular and then there's super. Of course, super's more expensive, and you also can't put this in your car. I think there should be like a performance limiting issue picking regular gas versus super stuff. I think there should be like, you should have the ability to choose. But of course, you know, if you look at my money, I have $857,000. I'm almost a millionaire in this game, and I pretty much ran out of stuff to like buy. I have everything. What the? What is this? Can you open this? Garage door. There's a creeper here. Storage. Place vehicle to unload and improve FPS. What? Since when? When did this become a thing? Does anybody know that? Can anybody tell me that? When did this become a thing? I didn't know. And whose house is this? Can we go in this house? Is that an ability we can do? It's obviously the front and only door. Can we open it? No? So why can we have access to the garage? That makes no sense. We just get a random storage right here in town. If anything, this is a perfect place to put your original Koenig to do the night races here at the Rogers. That's actually brilliant. I'm kind of glad they did that. But how did I not know? How did I not know that was a thing? It's so weird. Then we got our main man right here. I don't think there's anything for you to help me find. Let's find out. Can you find something for me, please? Adjustable spanner. Happy Valentine's, oh Canada. Chainsaw, dirt shovel, modified disc, steering wheel OEM, muffler, bed stake. That's the other bed stake. Steering wheel 3-ski, old truck steering wheel, OEM, lantern, watering can, Easter basket. Just for you. I don't know what that is. Okay, yeah, no, you can't find nothing for me, big guy. But yeah, so, and then if you look down over here, where you would pick up the potato seeds and the cheese curds, this is where you bring the bucket of fish after you're done fishing. I'll get over here real quick. And then I'm going to use cheats to run home. But yeah, so right here is where you place your fishing bucket and store your fish. And then they have the records of your fish right here. So if you want to screenshot it or whatever. So you need the northern pike, the brown bullhead, and the yellow perch in order to unlock. I think it's 5 of the yellow perch, 10 of the brown bullhead, and 15 of the northern pike, I think. I might have these two mixed up. I think it might be 10 of this and then 15 of this. But you gotta catch those fish and prove yourself as a fisherman in order to get the big boat. And then once you prove that you're a fisherman, it's $30,000 to get the big boat. And in my opinion, 100% worth it. All day. Completely worth it. I 100% suggest it. But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And like always, I will see you in the next video. And like always, have a wonderful day. See ya.